All right, welcome guys. Happy Sunday. We only got 3 games to talk about, and this is going to be a really short live stream, only 15 minutes. I'm going to jump right into it. The big news we just got is Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry officially out, so obviously Fred VanVleet, Pascal Siakam now become 2 of the best plays of the slate. Also OG Anunoby, Gary Trent Jr., they get a big boost, and then whoever ends up starting is a viable value play. So really, Toronto's a team you're going to want some exposure to for sure. That's the big news we have. Over-unders, 230 over-under for Portland and Toronto. Portland 2.5-point favorites. Hawks and Nuggets 226.5 over-under. Nuggets 4.5-point favorites. Magic Lakers 207.5 over-under. Lakers 7-point favorites. Let's start with Portland. On the Portland side, Lillard, McCollum, both in play for tournaments. No priorities here though. Again, Lillard would rather spend up for Jokic. With Siege McCollum back, still think he's a little bit pricey. Now, again, this is a high over-under. He can still have a good game. But more of a contrarian play. Same thing with CJ with Lillard back. Cantor with Nurkic playing, and Nurkic being limited to 20 minutes. Yeah, you can still use him, I guess, as a dart throw for GPPs. He did play 29 minutes the previous game, but I don't love it. Again, Nurkic himself only going to play about 20 minutes, so I'm not really interested there. The wings, Powell seems a little bit pricey. It is a revenge game narrative. He's super reliant in the scoring. Viable, but again, he has to hit his shots. Robert Covington should play around 30 to 35 minutes. Fair play in the mid-range because you can stuff the stat sheet. But again, really no priorities for me on Portland. Derek Jones Jr. benched. No thank you at 4-3. Minutes trending down. Absolutely not an Anthony Simons with Damian Lillard back. And that's it. So pretty simple there for Portland. Let's go on to Toronto. So Toronto, again, if no Kyle Lowry, VanVleet, Siakam, don't see how you get away from both these guys. Love the matchup. They just get a massive usage boost. So absolutely love both those two. And not a contrarian take at all. Very, very clear on what you do on the slate with those two guys, right? Very, very simple. All right. Do we have a starting lineup news yet? No, we don't. So again, yeah. VanVleet, Siakam, 2 of the best plays of the slate. I do like OG Anunoby at 6-1. I think he's a safe play with some upside. Should play mid-30s minutes. Does get a usage boost. Boucher, yeah, you can take a shot at him for tournaments. Curious to see what they do with the starting lineup. If he starts, then I actually like him a lot more. I'm guessing it's going to be Baines, but we'll see. Gary Trent Jr., revenge game narrative. He should play more. He should play about mid-30s minutes. Another guy like Norman Powell, super reliant in the scoring, but Gary Trent Jr. a lot cheaper than Norman Powell. So I would rather take this. If I'm going to take a shot at one of those score-independent wings, it's going to be Gary Trent Jr. And then the value, it really depends what they do starting lineup. So a couple guys viable here. If Aaron Baines starts, I think we probably get at least 15 to 20 minutes. This is a bigger front court with Nurkic and Cantor, so I could see Baines playing a little bit more. If he starts, I actually think he's a good value play. There's like nothing, absolutely nothing for value right now. Rodney Hood, revenge game narrative, has not been great, but I think we get around 20-ish minutes, maybe 25. Malachi Flynn, actually viable. He played 14 minutes the last game. I'm guessing we get more, maybe around the 20-minute mark at the flat min price, the rookie. And that's really it. So, keep an eye again. Starting lineup news for Toronto's big. So whoever does start would be a viable value play. And we don't have that news yet. All right. So let's move on to Atlanta-Denver. On the Atlanta side, like Trae Young a lot at the top. I think he goes overlooked. I think if people are getting to spend him this game, they're going to go Jokic. Now you could pair them both together. Trae Young playing huge minutes. 11, 8, 9, 15 assists last 4 games. Really like Trae at the top. Capella, I think, also going overlooked. I think, again, the masses are going to go to Jokic. Capella, if he stays out of foul trouble, should play over 30 minutes. The only question is, can he stay out of foul trouble? If he does, I think he could have a big game at this price, but again, risk there. John Collins, not super interested unless you think Capella gets in foul trouble. No on Gallinari. Hunter, no thank you. Bogdanovich, if he starts again, viable, but did only play 21 minutes at last game. And then absolutely not, I will never play Tony Snell. I don't care if he's free. I will never play Tony Snell. Let's move on to Denver. Jokic at the top, I think is one of the safest plays. Great matchup, should play 35-plus minutes. So yeah, love Jokic if we can get to him. Aaron Gordon, I think he's going to play. I don't think we have confirmation available too. So, with Aaron Gordon available to play, it really does hurt the secondary pieces here for Denver with like Jamal Murray, Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton. I would say Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton get affected more than Jamal Murray. So Jamal Murray is still viable for tournaments. But yeah, with Aaron Gordon in, Michael Porter Jr., Will Barton become secondary plays to me. No way on Millsap with Aaron Gordon playing, and that's it. That's really it for Denver. Let's finish up with Orlando and the Lakers. So we just got news looking at the Magic that Wendell Carter Jr., Otto Porter Jr. will be available. Now, how much they play is in question, so this is tricky, right? I think we're still waiting on Terrence Ross news. Yeah, he's currently questionable. I believe they said RJ Hampton also is available to play. So these new guys are available. I need to see what they do with the starting lineup, but yep. Lifting Bishops with the $1 super chat. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We're at 200 viewers, guys. 20 likes. When we get to 50, I know it's going to be a quick one, but 50 likes before the end of the show would be great. All right, so let's do it. Let's see. All right, so yeah, back to Orlando. I just need to see what they do with the starting lineup. If Otto Porter Jr. and Wendell Carter Jr. start, then yeah, those guys are viable. Right now, it's a little bit hard to say. So like whoever starts, I have more interest in for Orlando. I'm assuming Michael Carter-Williams starts either way. I think he's probably a safe play that plays around 30 minutes. A guy can stuff the stat sheet. So yeah, MCW, not that he's super cheap. I think he's like a safer option. And then again, the wings and the bigs, it's hard to say right now without seeing the starting lineup. So we'll take a wait and see approach there. RJ Hampton, again, he's at 3.5. We don't really know what his role is going to be with this team, but the Magic are not a great team, so I could see him getting minutes. Maybe an outside chance he starts. So like obviously if like he starts, he becomes a good value. It's hard to say right now because we don't know what the Magic are going to do with their starting lineup. Finally, the Lakers. A little bit more clear cut here. No AD, no LeBron. Love Harrell, love Kuzma, love Schroeder. Great matchup. All three should play mid-30s minutes. This game should stay close. Two bad teams going up against each other. This Lakers team is absolutely terrible without LeBron and AD. This Magic team is god-awful. So this game should stay close. Harrell, Kuzma, Schroeder, like all three. Again, good matchup. Should play mid-30s minutes. All three can stuff the stat sheet. Like them all. I think they're all solid plays. THT did play over 30 minutes the last game. Minutes been up and down. Viable GPP play. Not something I have confidence in. Markieff Morris, 5-1, a little bit too pricey. No one Caruso. Absolutely not. I will never play Wesley Matthews. Marc Gasol, 4K. No. Only going to play about 15 minutes. Then KCP, viable, but has to hit his shots, right? 31, 28 minutes in back-to-back games. 33 and 10 fantasy points, right? So if he's hitting his shots, he can get there. If not, has a super low floor, and that's it. So that's it for the breakdown, guys. Let's see if we got any more news. We'll get some questions here. All right, we got about 8 minutes left with the live stream, so throw in those questions. Moses Brown, yeah, we're still waiting on Toronto starting lineup news. We should get that any minute, right? We got about 20 minutes until that game starts. Baines is terrible, man. If he starts, I like. There's no value. So yeah, I'm actually taking a stab and very low on Millsap. Not for me. Not for me with Millsap. With Aaron Gordon back, I mean, I know he played 30 minutes the last game, but he might only play like 15 minutes. So I'm gonna stay away from Millsap. Oh, and then keep an eye also for Denver. Keep an eye on JaVale McGee. Like if he plays, is not listed in the injury report, he's going to play the backup 5. He's a really good point per minute guy. He'll probably get around 15 minutes. So yeah, a viable dart throw there for tournaments with McGee. Magic game Tito low. LA's defense is atrocious. It is. Bogdanovic or Herter. Bogdanovic. Don't love either though. Playing RJ Hampton. Yeah, again, gotta keep an eye on that. Underdome to the Lakers now. Yep. I hate Bog by the price starting. Blah blah. What's your top shot content man missing it? Where's your top shot content man missing it? Possibly coming soon. You know, right now I'm just team holds. I know the market's dipping, but all my investments are long term with Top Shot. So I know it's dipping. I'm not even looking at the market really. Like I bought another LeBron James Series 1. That's a long-term hold for me. So really just buying stuff and holding, you know. Garrison Jr., yeah, he's viable, especially with no Lowry. Should play mid-30s minutes. Reliant in scoring, but again, someone's got to score the ball besides Van Fleet and besides Siakam. Thoughts on Schroeder, Trent Jr., Bogdanovic, Siakam, Jokic, KCP, Gallo, Carter, GPP. Gallo don't love. KCP, again, super boomer bust. Want a Carter Jr. if he starts. I like him. Jamal Murray low on GPP. Yeah, Jamal Murray, good matchup. He's going to fly under the radar. We'll take a bit of a usage hit with Aaron Gordon in, but viable because the matchup. Yeah, you can fade Jokic. He's not a must play on the slate, but obviously there's a 3-game slate and like he's the clear like top spend up, so it's a risky fade if you do it. But hey, it could work out. Okiki or Birch or neither. I need to see the starting lineup. So if one of those two guys starts, I'm going to lean there. I'm probably going to play some Otto. My worry with Otto is he's a veteran, but a little bit injured. He's not been playing big minutes. I could see him getting limited. We'll see. Raptors lineup in. Let's see. Again, we got 5 minutes left, guys. So Raptors lineup, what do we got? Raptors, OG Anunoby, Baines. Okay, so Aaron Baines is starting. Again, this is a big front court. I think he plays at least 15 to 20 minutes. So there's no value on the slate. I could see punting with Aaron Baines there. Yeah. DK Magic tweeted that they were excited to see Hampton play. I'm assuming he plays. Yeah, okay. So like RJ Hampton's a guy that I'm intrigued by, right? We have absolutely no idea what his role is going to be. But this is a Magic team that they have nothing to play for. So they're going to want to get the young guys in. If I had to pick a value Magic guy, it's definitely RJ Hampton. Right? So, yeah, RJ Hampton for sure in play on the Magic side. We don't know what they're going to do. What about Birch? Again, I need to see the starting lineup. If Birch comes off the bench, I don't really have interest in him at 5K. If he starts, a lot more interest. How do we go? Yeah, it's a little bit hard, right? It's tricky. There's a lot now opening up with Toronto. I think Toronto's a team you want a good amount of exposure to, so you don't necessarily have to play any Orlando guys, or you can leave a couple spots in late game and kind of leave yourself some wiggle room. How do you create lineups in tournaments? It depends on the night, right? If I feel really, really good about one game, I'll game stack. Most of the time at my GPP, I play high dollar tournaments, and I'll play a good amount of the chalk if I think it's good and get differentiate myself in a couple ways. So, like, I don't look at ownership. I don't look at projections. I don't look at any of that. What I do is I try to build the optimal lineup in my head. I'm thinking, all right, these are what most people are going to go to. And I figure, okay, what are a couple pivots I can do to differentiate myself that I think is leverage over the field? Baines starting up. Boucher tournaments, you can do it. I have no idea what his minutes are going to be. It is a bigger front court, so maybe he plays over 20. I'm intrigued by Boucher, but minutes are trending down. Again, good tournament play. If the minutes are there, if I knew Boucher was going to play 25 minutes tonight, I would lock him in. Just have no idea about the minutes. Undercutters for sure. Siakam or Van Fleet, both. Both for sure. Don't get cute with it. OG Anunoby, center of it. Anunoby, I like. Broderick Thomas. He started the last game. I was looking at that. I was like, Gallo, Mello. I don't want to play either, to be honest. I don't think you should play either. Do you like Boucher at all? Viable for tournaments, right? Viable for tournaments. This is a bigger Portland front court. Minutes are trending down in him. He is only center eligible, which is a little bit tricky. But if he plays like mid-20s minutes, he can definitely have a big game. It's just, how many minutes does he get? I would guess around 15 to 20, which makes him in play. If he gets more than that, there's a good chance he could have a big game. I don't know. I would say Wendell Carter Jr. probably starts at the 5. I think Michael Carter-Williams starts at the point guard. Bacon probably starts. Maybe Ennis starts. And like Okiki. I don't know. That's just a guess. Love Mo Bamba. I wouldn't play Mo Bamba. No. Especially with Wendell Carter Jr. available. Mo Bamba came off the bench when they had 8-man rotation. He didn't play a ton. It was Kem Birch. So right now I'm taking a stand fading Jokic. Yeah, that's one way I think you can differentiate yourself. Fade Jokic, play Capella. That's kind of a stand I'm taking. Now, again, with Capella, there's foul trouble risks. Does Birch don't play if he starts? Yes. Denver exposure since they're all healthy. Jokic for sure. Van Fleet and Siakam or Jokic. Toronto guys are prioritized. Thoughts on Trae Young, Gary Trent Jr., Powell, Siakam, Jokic, KCP, Jones Jr., Baines for cash. Now, don't play KCP for cash. Don't play Derrick Jones Jr. for cash. Now, wouldn't do that for cash games. Yeah, Raptors look good. Future tilts over 4. I would say probably the over. Tony, the great one. Snell, do not play Tony Snell. Kem Birch, okay for the last spot. Yes, if he starts. Dame run back. Yeah, you can do Dame as we contrarian. Best spot of the night. Jokic, then the Toronto guys. Are you playing any Magic guys? Not right now. I need to see the starting lineup news, though. I might play RJ Hampton. We'll see. It's just kind of, again, risk-reward. I have no idea what his met's going to be like. But, yeah, right now that's what I got. Thoughts on Norman Powell, viable, a little bit expensive, though. Super reliant in scoring. Play Okiki, lose money. He feels a little bit again, I need to see the starting lineup. He had a big game last game, but that was the 8-man rotation. Fred VanVleet, Pope, Trent Jr., Rocco, yeah, a little risky, right? Garrett, KCP, super light in the scoring. Rocco's fine, but like not my favorite play in the mid-range. I like more like the Lakers mid-range guys. Raptors mid-range guys. Thoughts on Schroeder, VanVleet, Trent Jr., Siakam, Montrez, KCP, Porter. Yeah, I think it's a good lineup. Schroeder, VanVleet, Trent, Siakam, Jokic, Hampton, Bogdanovic, McGee. I like it. It's a little bit risky, but you got Jokic in there with VanVleet and Siakam and the value plays. I like that. RJ Hampton, you're taking a shot at. McGee, you're taking a shot at. I like that lineup a lot. VanVleet, Hampton, Gary Trent Jr., Siakam, Jokic. Yeah, I think that's good as well. Dennis or Kuzma. Basic coin flip there. I guess lean Kuzma. Best small forwards. Let's see. What do we got here? Small forward. I guess, Kuzma at the top. I think mid-range depends. Those Orlando guys, like whoever starts, I would have some interest in the small forward there. Bogdanovic for cheap. Gary Trent Jr. for cheap because of minutes. That's kind of it. The small forward's weak. It's weak today. All right, one more minute, guys. Mid-range build. Yeah, you can definitely do mid-range. Capella, like to get different off of the Jokic chalk. Hampton, Fred VanVleet, Trent, Capella, Siakam. Yep, everything goes good. Do lineups need Jokic tonight? It's a 3-game slate. If you're playing cash games, the answer is yes. I think you play Jokic. If you're playing GPPs, no, you don't have to play him. DK, we're going to playing some Magic. I remember when you took a shot at Magic guys without news and you took down GPP, LOL. Yeah, I'm debating it, right? I'm very intrigued by RJ Hampton because he's really cheap, and if he's going to have a big role in this, if he's going to play big minutes, I'm definitely intrigued there. How many Raptors? Too many in cash? 3 to 4. Who's the guy that will screw your lineup tonight just so I don't know how to play him? I don't even know. Capella will get in foul trouble. I'm taking a shot on Capella, so he'll get in foul trouble against Jokic. Lock it in. Oh, never mind. I don't have Capella. He was in my original build. I don't know. Something weird happened. Some game will get postponed. Any viable guys on who's the cheap guys to go to? Not much cheap, right? Not much cheap. Keep RJ Hampton's intriguing tournament play. But Baines, I think Baines starting probably plays 15 to 20 minutes. All right, last question here, then I have to do it to get out here. I appreciate you guys coming to check out this really quick live stream. Would you take Jamal Murray or John Collins for me, even with Aaron Gordon in, I would rather have Jamal Murray over John Collins. So that's it, guys. Good luck. I'll be back here for a much longer live stream tomorrow, so don't worry. I know it's only a 3-game slate. Keep an eye on that Magic news, right? Magic is key. Starting lineup, that's kind of key to the slate. But good luck to everyone. I'll see all you guys all tomorrow.